Hello, Facebook, YouTube. Wow, they're working on Memorial Day. Well, here's the thing. I want to talk to you about things that have been going on in this world, that, I see that how much people are distracted of the reality to certain things that, that are established in this world that, people are not seeking and searching. See, the television, entertainment, political news on the world, most of that is reason why it's out there is basically, distracting you, and that you don't find out the truth of, what's been probably puzzling your mind concerning about a lot of things that is going on in this world, and it's keeping you focused on getting your attention to, to let them create your imagination of the world and how you should look at it. And that's what really it's for, is to, control your, spectrum of the world. But, I want to show you, I keep, teaching this, but I hope somebody get it. There's this little dot called the Earth, and there's this big place called the universe. Huge place that cannot be measured. And that means what it's saying is it's so much vast of a lot of things, of knowledge, of information, of wisdom, of all kind of sorts, that you need to understand that that is the limit of what kind of information that exists, period. You know what I'm saying? Everywhere. But the problem is people are limiting their imagination to only what's on the television and radio and whatever other stuff that circle around their environment. And that's how you establish a worldly mindset, when that is dictating your view on life. But there's more to things than meets the eye, that I tell you about being a transformer, when you transform by the renewing of your mind. Now, I'm finna show you something that, I don't know a lot of people aware of this, this, what I'm finna show you. This might be out of, kind of out of your mindset, reality, but there's now I wonder if people wonder how men learn the dynamics of, creation, and how to create stuff like, vehicles, how to create the ideas of, utilizing things, taking the earth and putting substance together to make this. And how did they learn that, you can put this molecule here, you can connect this together, you can make and design things like this? How do they get that, knowledge, Well, yeah, you get it. They get it from God, but they're, trying to, say that, oh, we didn't get it from God, we created, we got the knowledge from ourselves. We just somehow figured out, how to do these kind of stuff. Well, that's what men are now saying now, that they don't get their knowledge from God, They figure it out on their own self, and they're, have now convincing everybody that, it's true. But I'm finna show you something of how, well, I hope you research it, that men got their idea, like science, math, and all that subjects you learn in school, all the subjects you learn in schools, in elementary, middle school, high school, and college and universities, where they get their ideas, from teaching you all kind of way of expanding, whatever subject concerning math, the algebra or geometry or calculus and all that kind of stuff in science and all different kind of thing, physics and all that stuff. Well, they get their ideas from learning, and it's been all through human history that they're, not going to tell you about, what I'm saying, that they learn from them. It's called sacred geometry. And sacred geometry is something that, they know about. Few people know about sacred geometry. I noticed. I asked people, say, hey, do you know about sacred geometry? It's like, people like, no, what's that? It's like, now I see why they don't know sacred geometry, because sacred geometry is what, people, they use to, know about the dynamics of the things of the pattern system of creation, and it consists of a lot of things of teaching you about, creation, everything about creation. If as much as you utilize it, it will teach you about the elements of the earth and how to structure, things, and that's how they learn about atoms and nucleus and neutrons and all kinds of stuff. It will teach you about the learning the pattern of whatever God created, and the thing is, people, the people in universities and, that teach, stuff, they, and your science, people that, Albert Einstein and, Isaac Newton and all kind of, people, Leonardo da Vinci and all these famous people, the science people, Galileo, and they know about, sacred geometry. It's all through, human history, but, they're not going to tell you about the idea, sacred geometry, because you might figure out you might question where they got it from, and guess what they got it from? God, and they got ideas concerning how to figure out how to measure things concerning the universe. That's why they know about the sun, is measured, they know how to measure the sun from the earth and the earth from the moon and all that kind of stuff. All that is tied into sacred geometry, and they learn all kind of aspects of it and how they can find out how many elements, that dwells in certain places. All that and key in sacred geometry that is created by God, But they're going to tell you something different. They're going to say, no, we figured this ideal out some kind of way, we, figure out, this, thing by our own minds, and, and it's sad, how they got people convincing like, they're so smart and geniuses, but, really without God, they're smart and geniuses, but come on, guys, come on now, the thing is, without God, we're nothing, what I'm saying? We need our Creator to, see things and see what He created and make sense of everything that exists, in this world. And in sacred geometry, that really, it helps you understand a lot of God's pattern and how He does things, and teach you how the universe is structured. And that's how, men get a sense of, researching space and all that kind of stuff. You hear, you watch History Channel and all other places, you see men teaching you about the universe and physics and all. They got that from sacred geometry that God created, but they're not going to tell you, that they got it from God. They're going to say somebody gave it to them, the power to think well, or crazy, they might think the fallen angels gave them the ability. Yep. All kind of craziness of stuff going on in this world that people are just not mindful of. We just live in this circle, past the sky. I mean, whatever's underneath the sky is, how we view things. But there's more, like I said, concerning the universe that you people do not understand about, and they limit y'all, and the world system is limiting y'all understanding concerning. But when you when you become one with your creator and learn his wisdom, his knowledge, and his understanding, then you will understand the dynamics of what's going on in this world. But what their world system is trying to teach you, the universe from their perspective, from their dark perspective, so you don't really try to question to find out the universe from the creator, from the universe perspective. That's really what they're trying to do. They're trying to, of course, indoctrinate, people to make them see that, they give you half truths of the, universe and from their perspective. And, they're trying to make you think that they're so mindful and great and smart. But really, they trying to, be gods, just as, the whole system of the world system is all about being as gods and influencing you to make them worship. You worship them to ask for answers concerning the world. The world doesn't have answers concerning the world. As much as the answers that you want answered, they don't have your answer. Only God has the answer, and only through his son, Jesus Christ, we can know the answers of how everything is created, concerning to what God tended for, the purpose that God tended for everything created. So don't, get so much wrapped up in, all this stuff you see on television. I know History Channel, be in National Geographics, and I mean, it's good to watch that, to see nature and how it works. But when men feel that they can explain everything and we know everything to a T, to whatever animal that exists in the world and stuff like that, what I'm saying, we're as God. But let God tell you how many, what the animals are created and the purpose, for his purpose, and you will be more mindful of a lot of things that concerning creation, and you will understand more of a purpose, a sense of who you are and what you're capable of learning is not just in this little ball earth, but it should expand further in the universe, to galaxy to galaxies, to universe. All right, that's the teaching. I hope this teaching will help you, give you a desire to expand your mind and, look at sacred geometry, check it out. It's pretty cool. I checked it out. I see it, but it's too many, people that's teaching sacred geometry from a, secular view. But I'm trying to find the God people that know about sacred geometry, from God's view, what I'm saying? And, the thing is, I hope you find the answers to the truth, because God created all things and patterned everything according to how he does it. And understand that, and don't let man fool you to think that they know all the things about what God created. All right? To God be the glory, to him forever and ever. In Jesus' name, amen.